Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Hope you're doing well. So there's a term called Goyslop going around. And it's funny, but I feel like it's Christians deflecting on their own history. I have a video that I did that says Western values and then it's junk food. Okay. America has slowly shifted to junk food, and it was Christians who started these companies and worked in those companies, and the majority is Christians buying from those companies. So how is it the J's problem? Think about it. They say America's a Christian country. Christians start to buy fast food stuff as a customer and as a business owner. They allow the junk food commercials to play on the TV. They also allow vending machines which have junk food in schools. I remember in high school we had vending machines, drank Pepsi Blue, Mountain Dew Code Red, and Flaming Hot Cheetos. Now it's Takis, and I don't know the popular soda now. But it has been Christians who have promoted high fructose corn syrup, allowed candy commercials on the television, and when you go to the South, or, Christian majority areas, you will see fat people. And I grew up partly in Utah. And Utah loves their fast food. And when you drive through the American highways, you're going to see McDonald's everywhere. And look at a map of how many McDonald's are across the United States. America is synonymous with junk food. Think of Italy, pizza, pasta, anchovies, seafood. Japan, the sushi, obviously. China, you got ancient Chinese medicine. India has their food, their curries, all that good stuff. Yes, there's some people who post the street food of India, but this to me is a bit of a weird deflection. Because even if there's bad street food people, the people of India do not eat as much junk food, as much fake food as Americans do. The fact that America has these fake vegan processed meat alternatives on the shelves more than a place like India that'll prioritize mangoes, coconut milk, rice, lentils. You'll see real food, even though there's no meat option, right? Whereas in America, they're like, yeah, here's something that isn't meat but tastes like it. The American diet is bad because of Christian consumerism, Christian business practices. Okay, and America does not protect the homesteader. Think of the zoning laws, for example, that Christian majority areas enacted. Okay, you can't have chickens in your backyard. Zoning laws. We don't want to hear your rooster, so you're not allowed to. Wow, some kid outside is really upset. I might have to pause the video. I don't know what happened, but poor little one is really having a hissy fit. It was the Christians who, okay, you cannot have chickens in your backyard. You can't cull your chickens. No quails, no ducks. Nope. If you have a rabbit, you want to have rabbits to eat and you want to grow them in your backyard, or guinea pigs, nope. Inhumane, those are pets. And you're like, what? So they make it so you have to participate in factory farming. And then in order for these factory farms to make profit, they feel they have to industrialize that system. And those factory farms, because they smell so bad and are so horrible, they're far away from where people live. So people could become less involved in their food supply. And too many parents, they don't want their kids to see how the sausage is made. So kids become very disconnected. They sit in front of the television, the iPad. In my generation, it was the TV. And it's non-stop fast food commercials. I was a McDonald's baby. I had my birthday parties at McDonald's. Everybody got a cheeseburger, the vanilla soft serve ice cream cone. It's like the frozen yogurt. And chicken nuggies. And junior high, we'd all go to the McDonald's, get off the dollar menu, okay? I worked at McDonald's as a fry cook in Philadelphia. Like, we were fast food babies, you know? That's how it was. And that's why I have digestion problems today, I'd argue. Where I have to really focus on probiotics, prebiotics, and really watch my gut biome because it's not a good situation. But no Jay forced that on me. I grew up in a Mormon area, grew up in a Christian family, Utah. Their broadcasting laws, it's run by Mormons, right? You got to take some accountability. You can't just deflect everything off to someone else. If you look at the 1950s as well, and how they did marketing with food, cigarettes, and alcohol, you'll begin to see like, hey, that's you guys. Okay? Stop blaming the minority, even if they're positions of power. They wouldn't sell you a product that you wouldn't buy, right? So when you have advertising companies, how many Christians were on the board? How many Christian people were drawing stuff? How many Christians work for Disney even? Why do so many Christian athletes take sponsors from alcohol companies and fast food companies? Is it the Jays forcing that on them? You know, growing up, how many athletes would be like drinking Gatorade, which is garbage, drinking Sprite, drinking Coca-Cola, and even there's influencers right now on YouTube. I watch them, but I can totally tell that they're being paid by Coca-Cola and McDonald's because they go to another country and they're like, oh, I only feel safe if I eat McDonald's. And it's like, what's the point of traveling if you're not going to try the food, right? And they ask for the same, like, oh, I need a Coke Zero, or I need a Coke this. And I'm like, yeah, I can see the market placement that's going on here, the product placement. It's very clear. So you have, in the past, vintage examples of fast food companies. Look at the history of McDonald's, how it changed. Notice how people go there to work, right? So Christians are allowing these companies, they are allowing the food companies to put the stuff in the food. Christians are working in those food companies that put it in the food. The researchers who invent this stuff, many of them are Christians, and Christians are buying it in mass. Christians are in the political office that allow the zoning stuff to go in that oppresses people and makes it harder for them to live off the land. Time and time again, big business, lobbying and stuff is done by Christians, and they make it available for people. So they make the options there. And you can't blame poor people who get shown fast food commercials. You can't blame them for eating the product you pushed in their face. When I was in the hospital, I've been in the hospital more than I'd like. But if you watch the television, I'm not trying to shame Kaiser Permanente, but the commercials, it's like it's Domino's, Little Caesars, Wendy's. It's like, can I get a salad? Can there be a commercial where a lady's like, here is a beautiful clean spring water, let's not pollute. Or, here's me planting a tree, an apple tree in my backyard. Can we get some wholesome promotions or something? But no, we don't get that. It's, oh, cheap, here, have this. And now, even like there's just fast food places everywhere. Shake Shack, all kinds of stuff. So we have to examine, what role did the Christians play in the American diet? Now, if the J owns a company, and then what they do is for reflection of their faith, and if a Muslim does something, and it's a reflection of Islam, we have to do the same with Christians. So if you say, this is a Christian country. Okay, so let's look at the factory farm pork. It's over 90%. Let's look at Tyson, how they treat their chickens and their ethics. Okay, DiGiorno, how they treat their dairy cows, like where they source their cheese from. Those cows are treated terribly. So if you're eating a sick animal, and then it also gets processed, and then a Christian has been involved in the entire process, owns the company, The Christians are working there, participating in pushing that product. The Christians who own the stores, they sell those products because they get to choose what they want to sell. And then the Christians buy those products. But then they turn and go online and say, don't eat Goyslop. And it's like, oh, that's a cute phrase that you invented to deflect responsibility, which is something that Christians seem to like to do in America. Everything is someone else's fault. Everything is always, it's a black man's fault, it's the Asian man's fault, it's the Jay's fault, it's the Muslim's fault. You don't see Christians taking full accountability for their behavior, for what they allowed to grow. And fast food didn't just pop up out of nowhere because some guy with those little curly things on their temples decided to do it. Nobody forced Christians to sell products that were heavily processed. Christians love to eat Twinkie and Hostesses, and well, Hostess now is owned by Bimbo, which is based in Mexico from my understanding. But you go to the gas station, you see all kinds of unhealthy stuff. In the schools, what are the food options? How does America feed their public school students? Oh, isn't that something to think about? So let's see how the Christian country, what do they feed the children in their public schools? Does it look more like prison food? Who did that? Who did that? Was it the Jays or was it the Christians? How many of the principals and the administrators and everyone else is a Christian? And they allowed such food to be fed to the children. Think about it. Who's allowing the platforms to host fast food advertisements? Because that has to be approved. Think of how in every single aspect of the fast food diet, how it's promoted, how it's grown, how it's shared, the additives, everything. Who did that? It is majority Christians participating in that system, promoting it, amplifying it, spreading it. A form of Christian junk food colonization, to make it kind of a funny term, is McDonald's. Burger King. They're showing you, hey, we're bringing this crap to your country. Hershey's. They're so cheap, they cannot even use a good percentage of real chocolate in their stuff. So you got American companies that are vintage with the cheapest products. Reese's peanut butter cups now, they got in trouble for, look at all their ingredients. Look at Butterfinger, high fructose corn syrup. Just look at it. Even Twix doesn't taste the same now. So examine how many Christians contributed to that. Fund it, keep it alive. Oh, but don't blame any of the Christians. Just blame the Jays. Huh? This is very peculiar. Very peculiar. So, what Christians eat is based upon what Christians allow to be sold, marketed, and what they themselves buy. No one else is to blame. You can't brainwash children with the commercials on every single platform they go on. Their favorite athletes are promoting it, and then you get mad and say like, oh, how dare these Jays do that to us? They're giving us Goyslop. They're enslaving us. No, you're doing it to yourself, buddy. And you could change it. Will you? No, probably not. If only the Christians would police their own a bit better. An actual push for change instead of, oh, I don't know what I can do. We're just all goys. We gotta blame this other small group for our eating habits and what's available on our shelves. What? Let me know what you think. It's a controversial topic, but I'd be very curious to see what you say. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and join the blog.